I was hoping we were live for that.
Yeah, I thought.
That is the Easter egg though at the end now.
Ride it like it's stolen.
Drive it like it's
Drive
stolen.
it like it's stolen.
Is that
Yeah.
real lyrics or is that just thrown in there?
That's Rocky.
It's Rocky.
That's a Rockyism.
That's a Rockyism. Drive it like it's stolen is a way to basically describe if you're in the car like driving fast and like a jerk. Yeah.
We are live.
But it's not normally part of that Rawhide
part of
song.
Rawhide.
No, it's not part of Rawhide. No. All right.
Hi,
Are we live
kids.
on everything?
Yeah.
Very good. Roll it.
The history of the Gallic lands is one of struggle, punctuated by moments of sheer brilliance.
Tartan is Scotland's gift to the world, and it is your personal heritage story. Howdy, boys and girls. Welcome to Kilts and Culture. I'm Rocky. That's Eric.
Yo.
Today, special treat. Special treat. For me, it's a special treat. I really like this one. We have the Dalwhinnie 15-year. Ooh.
Who gave that to us?
I gave that to us. I bought this one quite a while ago, and we're running out of whiskeys to try. So I bought this one a while ago and had not opened it. So we're going to open it.
Oh, darn.
I'm sharing with my friends. Okay.
Gorsh.
Yes, indeed. So, have you ever had Dalwhinnie before?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. I take it you have.
It's a good one,
I
especially.
can smell it already.
Yeah. It's a good one, especially for if it is a newer person to Scotch, because it's not like a crazy strong profile of anything. All right, Miss Allie, if you would come on over and collect your whiskey.
Allie is our MC today.
Oh yes, that
By
is
the way.
one of the special treats. Allie's
Our-
always a special treat. So what are you rocking there for Kilt today?
Spark, of course.
So Allie's wearing the Spark Tartan. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am. Eric, what do you have on today?
Nordic Heritage.
Nordic Heritage Tartan Kilt. And I have on the brand spanking new
Dalwhinnie.
Dalwhinnie Tartan.
You can't see
Yeah,
the
actually.
tartan.
Yeah. Oh, you can kind of see it on the side there. This is our new Amber Waves Tartan. We're going to talk a little bit about that mid-show. This one was designed by Mac and Ian and Jillian.
Yep.
Yes. So, all right. So what do we have for the notes here for our Dalwhinnies?
All right. So it has a smooth, aromatic heather and honey sweetness. Dalwhinnie 15-year-old is a clean, crisp Scotch, which provides a perfect introduction to the delights of single malt whiskey. Dalwhinnie Scotch is the only Highland whiskey to offer a combination of clean and easy drinking, malty sweet flavors with a smooth and smoky warmth.
Okay. Nice.
It's pretty thick.
Viscous, thick,
Yeah,
or
it's a little
like
viscous.
okay. It's yellow. I don't know.
No, maybe not. I don't
Yeah,
know.
mine's not super viscous. Okay. All right. What do we have on the nose, Miss Allie?
The nose is a big, crisp, dry, and very aromatic nose with a hint of heather and peat. I'd say I'm getting the peatiness, a little smokiness.
I think I could get the heather, actually.
It's not as harsh or as big as I expected it to be.
They say heather, I say hay.
I'm almost getting like
Hayloft smell.
a tart apple kind of tiny bit. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. All right. So on the mouth, what do we got?
The palate is smooth, soft, and lasting flavors of heather honey sweetness and vanilla, followed by a deeper citrus fruit flavor and hints of malted bread.
Malted bread.
Malted bread.
I get a little bit of citrus, a little bit. It's very like tinny, metallic-y.
I was gonna say I don't like the finish. It seems very short on my mouth and my tongue. It's
I'm gonna open it up with a tiny drop of water or two. See if that helps. Got my fancy new little pipette.
I think it's pretty true to the body description, where it's like smooth and light to medium.
I would
Definitely
agree.
get a peaty
It's sweet.
finish.
It's pretty sweet.
Little sweet.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say too sweet.
There's like I'm still getting that herbal, not herbal, but that grassy kind of, it's a little bit oaky
Yeah.
tone, I would say, actually.
Not quite hay, but
Yeah.
grassy.
But yeah, exactly.
I agree. Adding a drop or two
Meadowy.
brought it down a little bit, but I'm still getting a not burny, but a little bit of like tingling on the sides of tongue, metally kind of bit.
Definitely, I was getting the metallic. It's burny on the way down for me,
Okay.
but that's not unusual.
Okay.
A little water definitely sweetened it for me, evened it out.
You know what I would love with this? A bit of dark chocolate.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes. Yes. If
We
we had
leading the witness, I wouldn't. Yeah.
if you had dark chocolate, a great way to introduce people to whiskey. If they don't really like whiskey, get a little bit of dark chocolate, break off a small bit, have them put it in their mouth and kind of let it melt in their mouth a touch, and then drink the whiskey and kind of swirl it around a little bit and take a swallow. The dark chocolate, even the people who don't like whiskey will at least enjoy it a little bit or tolerate it with a bit of dark chocolate. Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, on the subject of dark chocolate, I think this would be a perfect combination for like those citrus chocolates, like the orange chocolate.
That's good. We don't talk about pairings that often, honestly. But I can see this with apples and a cheddar. You know, like if you're doing like a charcuterie kind of a thing, or
You know what I could say it with? Stealing my kids' Halloween candy.
nah,
Little
because
bit of
that's not
whiskey?
good. That's not good quality chocolate.
Well, not the development I live in.
Oh,
Yes, indeed.
oh.
This
Yes,
development gives out dark chocolate. Oh,
Full bars.
yeah, full bars. Exactly. No, that's the big development up the road, which
the
we
other
go
side of the
to. Yes, absolutely. My kid came back with like literally like a almost like kitchen trash bag size bag full of freaking chocolate.
dang.
Yeah, it's a haul. All right. Anyway, let's rate this one. Scale of 1 to 10. How you feeling about the Dalwhinnie 15? It's a little harsher than I thought a 15 would be. Now, we're not doing it a service. It's not really breathing because we just opened it. But,
Basic disclaimer,
yeah.
because we figure we're cheating if we try it before the show.
This one will be a 5 for me. It's pretty even all the way around. For its age, it is not as smooth as I would have hoped. A little more smoothness definitely would have pushed it into the realm of like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's not as smooth as I was expecting. I was going to say 4.8.
Okay. I'm not as harsh as you people.
It's okay.
You
I
people.
use people's. I definitely think the tiny bit of water helped. Like literally, it was like 4 drops. If it was, I'm afraid my score is going to change if we wait longer to drink more of it. But all right, I will say, right out of the bottle, I'm going to give it a 7.2. If it were smoother, it'd be an 8. If it was as smooth as I thought it should be an 8.
Y'all paid for it, so
I know.
that makes sense.
I have no idea what I paid for it. It was a while ago. So
Good. But
yeah.
glad you like it.
Indeed. All right.
Cheers.
Well, good. You can't have any more now. It's all mine.
It's not bad. This is not. I don't know.
Yeah. Understood. I'm minorly disappointed, but I think I'm disappointed because we just cracked it and started drinking. All right. Boys and girls, thank you for joining us. While you are here, please load your questions, comments. We are here as always, but your humble servants to answer whatever kilts and or culture related questions you have. But before we start the show, before we get to the questions, minor housekeeping. We dropped our show yours off.
Okay.
Brand new, ching ching, like blinging in the light there. Zumorphic kilt pin collection. Do we have a graphic for that? Yes. Bam. Whoosh. That's the noise it's gonna make. Whoosh. We'll put that in post. Whoosh. Whip it good.
Because they double as shuriken.
Yes. So this is our from here to there is our brand easy for me to do. Yeah. Brand new Zumorphic kilt pin collection available exclusively at usakilts.com. I designed these with our buddy Doug from Celtic Camera Club. Wonderful human being and spectacular freaking artist. And then we had it rushed through the sculptor and production over in the UK. So these are all now on the website, ready to go, for sale, in stock, live, in time for the holidays. What is your favorite of the new collection?
Well, I'm wearing Raven, which is obviously growing on me, but it almost felt too cliche because I'm me, anything Nordic, but excuse me. I very much like the dragon, actually.
Okay.
I've wanted a dragon kilt pin for a long time.
Okay. My favorite is the stag that I am wearing, which is over in front of you. There it is. So, yep, stag is my favorite. Allie, do you have a particular favorite of the bunch?
Absolutely, I do. Definitely the unicorn. I've been
Unicorn?
waiting for a unicorn kilt pin to appear here.
Okay.
And I.
Poof. Like
Yes.
magic. Like the magical creature it
Oh my
is.
God, it was.
Okay.
It was. It is magical. It's beautiful. Yeah, wouldn't change a thing about it.
Lovely. Thank you. High marks. High marks from Allie. You heard it here first, folks. Okay. Anyway, product placement done. Any of those you want, head over to usaKilts.com. Eric, while
Yes,
we
sir.
are waiting for Allie to get some questions up over there, regale us with a tale of questions from before.
Indeed, sir, I shall. All right, from Facebook, Andrew Wilson asked us, is it okay to use a fly plate that's slightly smaller weave/weight than your kilt? I have a 14-ounce kilt in tartan that's nowadays woven only on custom order, but is still available as a regular offering in 10 to 11-ounce fabric. The 10 to 11-ounce cloth is from the same mill, and the custom weave, La Karen, by the way, so the colors do match. Is it okay to do that?
Sure. This is going to be splitting hairs. So, can you wear a fly plate of a different weight, or different fabric, different ounce, different mill, potentially mill, but his is not. But yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends on how anal retentive you want to be about all your stuff matching. When somebody comes in the store and they ask, when we're going through an outfit head to toe, questions that I ask them are, do you want matching flashes? Do you want a matching fly plate? Those are always, always, always best ordered the same time as the kilt because it's cut from the same bolt of cloth. That is a phrase for a reason. It's cut from the same bolt of cloth. There is no difference in the kilt fabric to the actual fly plate or the flash fabric. Now, can you wear, if you have Farquharson Ancient kilt in 16 ounce and a Farquharson 11 ounce, fly plate, can you do that? Sure. If you don't mind it, that the set size being a little bit different or the colors potentially being a little bit different. Now, La Karen in their ancients and modern color palette are pretty good about matching the green, matching the blue, from 16 ounce to 11 ounce or 10 ounce, or from, the 13 ounce Breirick fabric to the 11 ounce Reaver. So they're reasonably good at it. I will say not every mill has a very consistent 13 ounce, 16 ounce, 11 ounce colorway. And I'll point at La Karen and say, for their weathered tartans, nope. I would say absolutely not. Do not wear an 11 ounce fly plate with a 16 ounce kilt because the browns and the like the gray kind of color in the 11 ounce, the Reaver cloth, is not a close enough match to their 16 ounce. Okay. It's the brown is almost like a greeny yellowy kind of brown, much more so than the 16 ounce cloth. And I would, even if it was my favorite tartan in the world, I would never buy it in their 11 ounce Reaver in weathered because I just really don't like the color palette for their weathereds in 11 ounce. And in that instance, it is too different. But even their 16 ounce and 13 ounce ancients or their moderns is probably a little bit more forgivable. But
yeah,
because it's navy and dark green, so it's darker, so it's less noticeable.
Yeah.
But the greens and the blues and the ancients, it's still a little bit of a color difference.
It's the set size that would bother me.
Yeah.
I'd be worried about the set size, and I don't know if anybody else but me would notice it, but the fact that the 11 ounce is going to be much softer and squishier, I don't know if it would behave differently, really.
It's just hanging down the back of you like a cape.
Most
so
people are not going to
mind.
notice that. It would bother me, but not anybody else.
Yeah.
But if the set size is different, that would bother me.
Yeah.
That would just bother me. So your mileage may vary.
Yeah. Set size would be different.
Yeah.
Would be different. I agree. I don't think the set size would bother me as much because it's going to be on the bias, the way you wear a fly plate off the shoulder. So it bothers me a little bit less. The weight wouldn't bother me because the pleats on a kilt are very crisp, and the fly plate is meant to just kind of be
mushy.
like a gathered, mushy,
cloak.
cape-looking thing.
Super Scott.
the colors would be the thing that you get to me. That said, if it's close enough for you, have at it.
Yeah.
It's no one's saying you can't do it, especially if you're wearing a Prince Charlie and it's the correct time to wear a fly plaid. I'm fine with you doing it. Eric's fine. It's not us. It's your
Yeah,
thing.
just
You
know
do
what you're
the
getting
thing.
into. That's
Yeah.
all. You know.
And frankly, I don't think no one's going to call you out on it. Be like,
No.
oh, how dare you wear an 11-ounce fly plate? Oh, I saw it from across the room. I'm going to come with
Yeah.
my pitchforks and
Yeah,
torches.
no.
No, it's
Seen
you're
some-
good.
Seen some very weird combinations of things, even in like formal events in Scotland. So people are messing with stuff all the time. I think you're fine.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but 99.4% of the population won't recognize it. You'll be good to go.
Right.
Cool. Hope that helps. Miss Allie, do we have any questions from the audience?
Yes, a few.
Lovely.
So we'll start with a simple one from Don Burns. Are the two belt loops above the rear for wool kilt pleats, or above the rear wool kilt pleats, just, I guess, specifying that
in
it's
the back.
a
Loops
wool
on the back
kilt.
of the kilt.
Yeah.
Yes, the belt loops. Are they for the leather belt and the sporran strap?
That's a great question. That's one we haven't heard in a while, actually.
Yeah. The two, if you look at the evolution of the kilt over time, the two loops on the back of the kilt actually started off way back when as sporran loops. They weren't belt loops. So they were actually smaller loops on the back of the kilt, just wide enough to get your sporran strap through. Over time, people wanted them wider because they thought they were belt loops. They said, my belt doesn't fit through there. So they would make them wider to accommodate your kilt belt as well as the sporran strap.
Yeah.
And now some people just put the belt through there, not the sporran strap. The only thing that you have to be careful about is if you have, depending on your body shape, if you put your belt through the loops on the back of the kilt, we'll have to put a photo in after the fact, like a profile photo. Sometimes if your butt sticks out a bit and the belt pulls it in, your belt can kind of pull up on the top of those loops on the back of your kilt, which kind of creates a weird, like almost shelf-like effect on the back of the kilt and pulls it in weird ways that you don't necessarily want. That's not aesthetically pleasing. So in that instance, I would just say, turn sideways, look at yourself in a mirror, make sure it looks good. If you're wearing your belt through there, but no, those are actually sporran loops for your sporran chain. And if you want to put your belt through there, do it. If you want to put both through there, do it. If you don't want to put anything through there, don't do it. You don't need those loops on the back of the kilt. Some kilt makers actually don't put them on at all. You have to request to have them put on. So it is not a necessity. It is kind of up to the individual. I would say the broader market has kind of decided that they should be about accommodating of a 3-inch belt, and there should be two of them, and they should be on the back of the kilt. It's kind of the de facto now for most kilt makers, but some still don't do it.
Yeah, they invented them basically for people with no acetol disease. So basically, if you don't have any hip at all, we just cracked up our videographer with. You never heard us say that before?
Nope.
Yeah.
No acetol, no acetol disease, no acetol. Okay. Guys who do not have a significant hip structure outside their belly, things are going to slide down. They're going to fall down. So that's why they came up with the loops in the first place. So, sporrans being more of an issue than anything else with that. So they're a handy little thing, but they're not necessarily completely optional.
Agreed.
Yeah. Hope that helps.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I just wanted to get in on the tradition. It's culture.
You stay in your lane, pal. I'll stay in mine.
Fine. Okay. From Facebook, Peter Hutchinson asked us, what are some activities that you can do to mark St. Andrew's Day, which is coming up very soon? What distinguishes it from other celebrations like Burns Night or Tartan Day? They're both good questions.
St. Andrew's Day, the patron saint of Scotland, the man for whom whence, I don't know, I'm going to sound big words, insert here, I don't know. Basically, the guy that the saltire, the Scottish flag, was made for.
Yep.
So, one of the oldest flags, or the oldest national
the
flag.
oldest national flag in
National
Europe.
flag in the world, indeed.
Yep.
Go look it up. Yes, so what do you do to celebrate St. Andrew's Day? There's not a huge amount of, big traditions. I know that the St. Andrews Society of Philadelphia has a St. Andrews Day ball every every year around. Was it November 30th? Is when it is?
Yeah, it's November 30th.
Yeah.
Is St. Andrews Day.
So it's right around there. So you can go to a formal gala, if you will.
Yeah.
They go over the top. They have a procession. Bring in the haggis. They have an entire big thing, and it's formal for that particular one. But I would say that on the whole, I'd say like Robert Burns Burns nights are more well celebrated
Yeah, for
than
sure.
St. Andrew's Day. Like
At least over here.
yeah,
I think I would say in Scotland also. But,
St. Andrews doesn't
yeah.
he doesn't get the love that St. Patrick gets. He doesn't get the love that Robert Burns gets. So we need to make up new traditions for St. Andrew's Day.
Oh dear Lord.
Yes.
No.
No. But like different ways to just bring it to attention. The fact that it exists. I'm not saying like walk around with a big St. Andrew's cross on your face.
It's like tie your kids to a cross. I mean, what? No.
But only on an X.
No.
So what do you do for St. Andrew's Day? Do you do anything special?
I can't say that I do actually. The closest I've gotten to it is just have something Scottish-ish for dinner and have a little whiskey. It's like, hey, to the old country. That's very low key. Because I'm not a member of a St. Andrew's Society. I mean, most of the celebrations are definitely either church-based, he is a saint, or they are very formal things put on by Celtic clubs or more often St. Andrew's societies. In fact, it's a tradition that really kind of took root in the U.S. and the diaspora more before it went home. Now, in Scotland these days, it's considered like the first holiday of the holiday season. So like from now through Burns Night, it's kind of like party time of the year. But it's still much more staid. There's lots of things you could do just to honor your heritage, it occurs to me.
Yeah. That's essentially what I would do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try to, go out and invent a holiday as much as I just talked about inventing a holiday. Inventing traditions. The holiday exists, for the record. I would probably celebrate it in small ways. Let's assume for a second we don't work at a kilt company or a heritage-based company.
Okay. Gosh, those man skirts sure are cool.
They're delicious looking.
I'm kind of Scottish.
I love man skirts in colors. So anyway, the weird tangent. So what are we gonna do? Daily work in the office, or daily wear in the office to celebrate St. Andrew's Day. If it's a casual work environment, if I have a Scotland polo or a Scotland rugby shirt or something like that, I would probably wear one of those. There used to be the company Barbarian. It's a rugby company out of Canada. It used to make big white saltire on a blue rugby shirt. It was freaking awesome. They stopped making it. They shouldn't have. But I would wear either a saltire or some kind of Scottish rugby shirt. If it's a little bit more a dressier office environment, maybe wear a necktie with say little St. Andrew's flags on it, something like that. What would you do?
I would invade England.
As one does.
Well, I mean, the tradition of the flag is that it was a sign that appeared from the saint from on high to King Angus in a battle. It wasn't specifically the English. I think it was like Anglo-Saxons, so similar. But the point is, the legend is that he didn't think he was going to win. He was in really bad terrain. He
prayed
gave
to
up.
Saint Andrew.
He prayed to Saint Andrew and said, "Hey, get me through this, and I'll let you be the saint of the country." And they're like, "Sure." And so the clouds appeared as a saltire in the sky.
That's a direct quote, by the way. Get me through this, and I'll let you be the saint of our country. I guess.
I'm going to give you a country you can't refuse. No, in all seriousness, I think, to me, it feels like a counterweight to Tartan Day. So it's the same thing. Like, I would wear a kilt to work. I would definitely, bring out the saltire, fly a saltire flag if you got one at home. Put that out on the porch for the weekend or whatever. Have some nice, just nationalistic heritage pride in it. It's not necessarily religious. It is a saint's day, but it is not necessarily considered a religious thing by people. So, I mean, it is for people who are religious, but you can take it just as a heritage acknowledgement, the same way you would Tartan Day. That's my thinking.
That's fair. That's fair. Wearing tartan, obviously another easy way to do it.
Absolutely.
But I would probably try to find something St. Andrew's Cross related.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. A saltire flag. So.
Yeah. I don't know if I would. Would I equate it to Tartan Day or closer? Would it be like, since it's a Saints Day, would it be closer to St. David's / St. Patrick's Day in those veins?
I think.
But
yeah,
Scotland
you're
has more
splitting
like
hairs a little
fun
bit
holidays.
there.
We have Tartan Day for Scotland.
Yeah, exactly.
We have Burns Night for Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
We have St. Andrews. But it's not like a big fun party.
No.
We should just make a big fun party. That's really what it all boils down to.
Right. I mean, but that's, like I said, it's the start of the holiday season. So with Hogmanay being the peak and then Burns Night being like a more chill after. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like it occupies a similar space because he is the national saint. He is a mythological founder of the nation. So, and then you have the historical founding of the nation with the Declaration of Arbroath. So that's not really founding, but you know what I mean. So it just feels like it has a similar tone to me. I mean, at the very least, here's the thing. I don't need much of an excuse to do this, okay? Give me an excuse to buy a haggis or make a haggis at home or make neeps and tatties or whiskey and have a nice meal. I'm there.
Or wear a kilt.
Or wear a kilt. Well, yeah. So.
Yeah, no, any excuse, and you don't really need an excuse, but any excuse to celebrate your heritage and bring it up as a talking point. I think ultimately that's where I kind of land on it, is wearing something that invites questions to allow you to tell people about the thing, to help educate people so more people know about the thing, so it becomes a bigger thing.
Right.
There
But
you
again,
go.
Tartan Day does the same thing.
Yes, indeed. If your company has a restriction on what you're allowed to wear or not wear, or you're only allowed to wear kilts on like certain days or whatever, ask them if you can have an exception for St. Andrew's Day, November 30th. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yep.
All right.
You look like somebody was chiming in on the comments about it or something. Was anybody? No?
I mean, here and there, adding little bits and bobs. Their their own personal traditions or takes on St. Andrew's Day. As you were mentioning, in your own rebuttal, it seems like it's definitely a smaller holiday than something like Burns Night.
Let me throw a shout out to Scottish Gourmet, because I was actually just redrafting our old St. Andrew's Day video, because we now have a blog on the website. Finally, have that functioning again. So I'm transcribing and also expanding some of our older pieces that we were happy with into permanent content there. And it reminded me to give a shout out in that article to the Scottish Gourmet. So if you've ever been under the impression you cannot get haggis in the United States, you're wrong. There's a couple places that do that, but in our experience, Scottish Gourmet is pretty much the best. It tastes amazing. It's great, perfectly legal. They don't use offal. They just make sure that they have the flavor profile, the spices, and the fat content right, so it's really good. And you can make it yourself. Like I've said, I've made haggis in a crock pot. So, I mean, is it exactly the same? No. But is it great and worth having as often as you want? Yes. So,
yep. I would say it's not authentic haggis because there's no lung in it. But are you really missing the lung? It's fine.
I think however you get the texture and the fat content.
Yeah.
I don't care how you get there. As long as you have that, that's what really matters.
The U.S., for those who don't know, U.S. have a restriction on haggis imported from the U.K. because they use lung, liver, heart, all the parts of the animal.
Organ meats.
And the U.S. does not like lung in stuff. Yeah. So no lung here in the U.S. It's a lungless haggis. But
if you have a butcher,
still good. Yeah.
I know people who hunt or people who have butchers. They've made it with some interesting stuff and had great results, like venison haggis.
Interesting stuff.
Rabbit. Anyway, I tangented. I'm sorry. I'm hungry.
Hungry for lung.
Yeah.
Organs. Delicious.
You ever had heart? Love heart.
With fava beans and a nice Chianti.
No, seriously.
Oh.
Anyway, whatever.
All
Your
right.
turn, Hallie. Sorry, I rambled.
Yep, that's quite all right. So I do have a question from Jeremy Mangas, or Mangs, not quite sure if I'm saying that right, Jeremy, sorry. The question is, xenomorphic belt buckles in the future?
Yes.
No. I'm on Team Predator.
Not at all.
Predator buckle.
For those
Oh,
who...
I did say xenomorphic. I'm so sorry. I meant zoomorphic. I apologize.
Either one. I knew what you meant.
Thank you.
You said xenomorphic. I thought it was a legit.
It was all Oops. It was just a big oopsie. Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
I'm so freaking gullible.
I'm sorry. You played right into my hand.
Yes, we often talk about Alien versus Predator on the show.
Not bad, guys.
So,
They're both great. What are you talking about?
For those who don't know, yes, we have our new bling, 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 zoomorphic kilt pins, not xenomorphic, zoomorphic kilt
yet.
pins.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Not yet.
Perfect.
Now I got to do an alien one in the style of this.
Oh, please.
So,
Anyway.
all right, anyway.
If it bleeds, we can make
So-
a buckle out of it.
Okay.
Try
So,
again.
indeed. You want some more whiskey?
No,
So-
that's a bad
All
idea.
right. So, yes, it is kind of in the mid-term plans to do some buckles out of the kilt pins. Here's my don't tell anybody. We're going to post this on YouTube, but don't tell anyone. The mid-term plans are, first, introduce kilt pins. And to great acclaim. Oh, there you go. Product placement from Jordan.
you, Jordan.
So, introduce new kilt pins. That is part of step one of plan to take over zoomorphic world. Step 2, see which ones perform well. Step 3, see which ones perform crap. And then step 4, design buckles for the good ones. Right. So basically, what we're planning on doing is I really don't want to come out with 7 of every freaking thing, but I want to see which ones of these are if there are any clear winners or clear losers. Now that said, if we sell them all equally, if we sell 2.6 billion with a B, billion of each individual kilt pin, then yes, I will come out with a kilt belt buckle for each one.
Billions
if we
and
sell
billions of kilt pins.
3 boar and 9.62 million stag, then we're only going to do the stag buckle.
Right.
So essentially, there's a method to my madness. So we're in day 2.5 of the kilt pins being live to the world. So in a few weeks, I'm going to sit down with Doug in a dark room and decide which one. I'm going to cast the stones, or cast the runes, excuse me, and see which ones we will do in buckle form. I will not tell you that the current leader is unicorn, but there will be. Damn it, Jordan. So yeah, there will probably be at least a couple or a few kilt belt buckles to come out at some point based on these designs. Won't be exactly the same as design, but in the spirit of the design. So watch this space, as they say.
Yep.
Okay. That was product heavy. Eric, give me a non-product related question.
Very product heavy. Okay.
That alley, such a freaking capitalist pig dog over there.
Well, yeah, me and my xenomorphic
Yes.
things here.
That's why I love you, Allie.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. This one's from Reddit. Boots and Stash. Go ahead, do your thing.
Boots and stash. Boots and stash.
Boots and Stash
And stash and boots.
said, I absolutely love horrendously ugly tartans. If you had to come up with the ugliest, most unsightly tartan possible, what would it look like, and who among you could come up with the worst?
Hold on.
And fair disclosure, we received this question a day or two ago, so we prepared.
I need whiskey for this question. This one's going to go off the rails.
Shield your eyes, Frank.
Woo-woo. There's the train. There's the tracks. Here's the train off the tracks. All right.
We do have a reason to do this, though.
Yes. So, horrible kilt designs. Frankly speaking. Tartan designs, excuse me. Well, tartan kilt, but tartan designs, you're correct.
Yeah.
So, horrible tartan designs. We have our list of worst tartan designs ever. And frankly speaking, I feel bad. I feel bad as an artist insulting someone else's work.
I know.
Well, I kind of feel bad. Almost feel bad. If I had feelings, I would
Most of the
feel
ones
bad.
I hate are corporate, so I don't feel bad about it at all.
That's fair as well. Except for the games tartans. They're designed by little kids in a contest.
all right,
You're
so I'm a
insulting
jerk.
6-year-olds
Fine, damn
who
kids.
designed tartan for the national games.
yeah,
They
okay,
have
all
pride in
right.
their country, Eric.
Okay,
I hate your
fine,
tartan,
fine.
little boy.
Humbug, all right?
Punch you in the face, too.
Kicking them while they're down.
Please,
Exactly.
Sir, proceed.
So, we decided with this question, a small exercise if we would. So, we've designed the worst, the three of us, the worst tartans that we could come up with, and I want to see, between the three of us, who has the worst. Now, we're going to start with Allie's. Mm-hmm. So, ladies first, Allie. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Ultra
Yes.
simple.
Ooh.
Simplicity
Yes.
is definitely
That's,
a factor.
See it and weep, my friends.
That's electric boogie woogie woogie. So,
That's like Ghostbusters slime color.
no, it's
Oofta.
It's limerick slime. That's close to the power plant nuclear slime.
That's like Ninja Turtles
It's like
ooze.
algae blooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, there you go. This
What
is
is-
Allie's submission.
Yup.
What is it?
Now, bring on the thread count and whatnots, Jordan. Thank you, sir. So, this is the very simple thread count, and these are the colors. Allie, what and the set size? I don't have my glasses on. What's the set size there?
I honestly can't see it either. I'm sorry.
It's
too small.
horrible. You're in
2.8.
you're in the red zone.
2.8. Okay. All right. 2.8. And the name of the tartan, Allie?
The Green Bastard.
The Green Bastard. Okay.
And what was your inspiration?
For the name, the Green Bastard is an alter ego of the character Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
Okay.
And to make this tartan, the inspiration for it was like quick and dirty, low effort, not much thought, and well, obviously it had to be an unappealing design to the eyes.
It is.
And I think this meets every qualification. I purposely set a timer for myself, no more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
Wow.
I needed to make it quickly, so low effort, low time, and man, does it hurt to look at. I tried to choose colors that clash a little bit, but aside from the color, like I really don't mind most of these colors on their own or even together. But
So how does this one remind you of Bubbles, Allie?
have you met the Green Bastard?
I can't do a good Trailer Park Boys. I've
He's a
watched a
menace.
few episodes. I do like Bubbles. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's rad.
Okay. I love the glasses. Okay.
Some of my favorite tartans have really nice blending, gradients, attention to detail. They're quite interesting to look at.
Okay.
That's why I like Welsh tartans so much, even though sometimes they're a little busy. This has no busyness at all. Very cut and dry. I could see this being like a plastic, like print on a like tablecloth, like
Like
a
a
plastic
tablecloth.
tablecloth
Yep,
that you
it's
would
got
get
picnic table.
like in the dollar store in the 70s.
No, know what I see this as?
What do you see it as?
I see this as the Spirit of Halloween store Scotsman kilt Halloween
Ooh,
costume.
Yup, quick and dirty.
Yeah. That's literally this is that to me. This is the cheap knockoff version of this is what a tartan looks like, right, guys? Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's
okay.
bad.
It's pretty
Something
bad.
I want is parachute pants
Ew.
for my,
That's all I
for my
have to say.
breakdancing
You're
squad.
going to hell.
You
All
are
right.
going out for that.
Eric, let's bring up Eric's design next.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? That's
It's a little
so
too
pleasant.
nice. I couldn't help myself. Sorry.
I just couldn't do it.
It's honestly it gives what's it Virginia tartan vibe. There's a Virginia
Virginia.
millennium. No, there's a Virginia centennial tartan that it looks kind of similar to this.
I don't.
As a kilt, I don't like it. As a design, you failed, my friend. That's not a bad design.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Agreed.
I like
Sorry.
see you have the blending of the yellow into
yeah.
the
See, I
into
was
the
trying to
tan.
go for flesh tones.
Yeah.
I don't think I chose the right colors. I should have gone for flesh tones because my inspiration was the squonk.
The Appalachian squonk.
Yeah, the Appalachian squonk. Mm-hmm.
That does not
The
read
Pennsylvania native
to me.
cryptid who is so ugly that he cries if he sees his own reflection.
Yeah, it's true.
No.
And then dies. So he dies of sadness. So, and most of the depictions of the squonk are like flesh, greenish flesh, putrid flesh. And I
Yeah.
wanted to. Okay.
I was going to ask
No,
what flesh
you
what
failed.
flesh tone person you know with green
You failed.
skin.
It's not a bad design.
So what you're telling me is that when I come up with my Spirit of the Dragon tartan,
Yeah.
it'll be hard for you to refuse.
Yeah, stay on topic, buddy. No, it's not bad. You have different
tried
different
to. I
widths.
tried too
Okay,
hard.
bring up the colors. Yeah, there you go. All right. See, look at all those colors. They blend well together.
Yeah.
There's different thicknesses.
Yeah.
Set size is
failed.
about ideal. A little bit small, but not too bad.
Damn. Sorry.
You've failed in your task of failing.
I'm just going for the whole lesson, and we're trying to make a point here. So okay.
There's a spectrum of failure. Okay.
It's not flesh toned enough. I wanted the flesh toned tartan. I should have followed Allie's. Okay, whatever.
Okay. Was there? And do you want to go into any more rationale for the colors, or?
No, I was thinking about vomit and pimples and.
There's
And
not
you came
enough
up
for
with this
vomit
elegant
here.
No, I
tartan.
know.
You
It's
need
just
blood for vomit. You need something vile.
Yeah. Okay.
You need something
Okay.
green bastard vile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Bring up mine.
Okay. Here
You
we
ready
go.
for this?
Oh, right.
Yes. Yes.
Is
You
that
win,
even a
you
tartan
win,
though?
Uncle.
Feast your eyes.
Is that even a tartan?
It is absolutely a tartan. Oh.
Damn,
Why does this
Daniel.
technically qualify as a tartan?
Yeah, I need
Professor
to hear
Professor
it
Rager
Because it is a sequence of colors and
and threads.
threads.
now.
Yeah.
It
It's
really
100%
does
a tartan.
hurt
That
the
hurts.
eyes.
It hurts me. It hurt. You know how long this took me to do? Literally about 43 seconds. Bring up the thread count. Here you go. There you go, boys and girls. There you go. I'm like, I want bold colors. I want like electric putrid colors. I want a strong white. I want bright freaking safety orange. That royal blue. That obnoxious Slimer green. I want purple and I want red. Primary freaking colors. I want an asymmetrical design. So I clicked down in the corner there, clicked on for asymmetrical. I wanted a simple blocky pattern. So every single one is the exact same set size or exact same thread count. And then 2-inch set. So for a kilt, this would be freaking horrible. The name of this one.
But as clown pants.
Name of this one, connection error. This reminds I didn't like aim at this. I just wanted a horrible design. Took 43 seconds and I'm like, yo, this is bad. I don't want to mess with it anymore. It's so bad, it's great. And literally it looks like when you plug something in and the screen gives like that weird like kind of like motion noise effect. It's not the black and white static from the late 70s, early 80s. This is the color static from now, baby. That is what it reminds me of. Connection error. There you go.
But if you showed this to somebody on the street, would they recognize it was a tartan?
No, it's that bad. It's that bad. It doesn't even look like a freaking tartan. It is a tartan.
But technically, it's a
It
tartan.
is a thing. It has multiple
I'm loving these colors.
multiple
It's just
colors.
Got, like circus
It
clown
has
vibes for me. I
a
love
thread
it.
count over there. It's asymmetrical, which makes it more horrible. Tiny set size. Hate it. I almost want to register this tartan. Just so there's a low
piss them
bar.
off.
There's a low bar for the rest of the world to be like, but I'm better than that guy.
Yeah, but
gotta
then you have to
tell
have
you.
your name on it. You need somebody else to register it.
I'll write it on non de plume. I'll write it under his false name. All right, Jordan, let's bring these up side by side. There we go. All right. So I want everyone out there in the interwebs to rate these 1 to 10, or no, not 1 to 10. Rate these. Which one is the worst and which one's the best? Give me them. Tell me which one you hate the most. Which one's the worst tartan ever to exist?
I'm going to say in my defense that mine looks like something somebody would try to design, and they just weren't hitting them. They just didn't know it. They were trying really hard. As opposed, like somebody who spent weekends and weekends on our tartan designer.
There's a lot of tartans that exist that a lot of people think they spend a lot of time on that I think are as bad as mine. So it's...
I don't know. Allie's...
yours is indefensible. Yours is too
Okay.
good to be on this list.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
out of the running for
Yes.
worst.
Oh, okay.
I
Sorry,
wish I
you
could
have to
tell
be
Jordan
best
to
today.
cross
Darn.
Eric's off.
I'm not only the
You're
best
too
dressed,
damn
but
good.
also the best bad designer.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to be the worst bad designer.
Without any contention at all, you are easily the most hated tartan. Your tartan is the most hated tartan. It is bad. The people have spoken.
Yes. Yes.
It
Indeed.
did not take long at all to get those numbers.
More.
But you see why we did this? It was a great question. Thank you so much for the question, because if you're going to, and yes, we designed everything with the tartan designer on our website. It's free to use. Please go and enjoy. Take the time, don't think that because, okay, I got 4 colors in my team mascot or our school logo or whatever, I'm just going to use those colors and I'm done. And have some variety. Take the time to put some variety into the thread count, so you have some optical interest.
Yes.
It's
Play
a
with
lack
the
of
set size a little bit.
It's the contrast and the lack of variance that made their tartan so bad.
Yeah.
So,
Tartan can be good with super high contrast, as long as that high contrast is like black to white, and then, a nice gradient of colors or colors that are complementary in the middle. A tartan can be great if it is subtle, where all the colors kind of blend together and there's no white and there's no black to kind of pull apart the contrast, but you stay closer to the center of the spectrum. The thing that I think is the inexcusable bit is when all of the colors are equal in size and proportion.
Right.
And this is not a political statement, but I'm going to say this. There is a rainbow tartan that is horrible because it's literally just a rainbow of all the different colors of the rainbow in order with all the exact same proportions. I freaking hate it. There are so many better ways to make a tartan, and that in tartan design, this is me speaking one man's opinion. In tartan design, equal bars of different colors is a cardinal sin. That is the thing you do not do for any tartan ever, period, bar none. I don't care who you are. You're the devil if you do it. Even for an exercise like this, apparently I'm the devil. But that is the cardinal sin to me in tartan design is equidistant tartan colors or colors in the tartan. So, yes, it is not hard to design a reasonable tartan. To design a good tartan takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of hemming and hawing, a lot of going back and forth, especially if you're trying to add meaning and symbolism into the design. But take your time with it. The one that I had on, bring it up again, Jordan, this monstrosity, this one right there, that took 43 seconds. It is not tough to beat this. If you're designing a tartan, if this is why you've stumbled across this video 27 years from now, take this as the low bar. Beat this. Please, for the love of God, beat this. It's not hard.
It's like a train wreck you can't look away from.
It's
so bad.
It's got some MK Ultra vibes going. I mean,
it's got good God.
Yeah, that's rough.
I'm getting my James Brown on. Good God.
You've caused a lot of damage to a lot of eyes today.
It's my eyes.
They're letting me know about
it. Burns.
Pretty hard.
Get the bleach.
If anybody wants to do a community order of Squonk,
Bleach would feel better than this on the eyes.
What I actually want, what someone will do, it'll be some cantankerous old man will be like, you know what? We're going to teach that Rocky. We're going to put together a group order for that tartan.
They're already daring you to make it.
I love it.
No. I think I would actually politely refuse to do that because it should not be in the world. I need to say like your penance or something for creating this and putting it out in the world. So this should not exist. This is the thing that shall not be. So no, we will never do. I'm going to copyright it just so no one can do it. That's how much I hate it. Yeah.
Yes, save us from ourselves.
Indeed. All right. Enough of the craziness.
God, that was fun.
It was.
That was a lot of fun. I think it only took like about 15 minutes to do mine, but that was clearly too long.
It was. You can't take
way
time.
Too much time.
No.
Yep.
No. Equidistant. That's the key to horrible. All right, Allie.
Okay. I have one from Micah completed. How would you incorporate an arisich into modern fashion?
Into modern fashion. So
yes.
How would you take a historical inspired garment and incorporate it into modern fashion?
It's not different from guys wearing great kilts.
I was going to say the great kilt
kind of
thing. Yeah, but for an arisich, like for a great kilt, you could wear it with a t-shirt to do it like that. Would an arisich, would you still have to wear it with an underskirt because it would be open in the front the way an arisich is typically worn.
I've seen gals use it as a wrap skirt. So,
but is it worn as an arisich then?
Who's to say how you wear an arisich, my friend?
Well, apparently not me.
Worn down. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've
Like
seen people
belted
like
and then
overlap it like a wrap,
I
so
see.
you didn't have to have an underskirt.
Yeah. Then is it
Then is
still
it
an arisich?
really an arisich? What is an arisich?
Oh, good lord!
What's the what does is mean?
I'm gonna throw it to.
What are words?
What are words? How many whiskeys has Rocky and Allie have, and has Eric?
Yeah, Allie's still on her
Needed to
first
catch up.
one.
I would like to
that's
hear
fair.
what Allie actually generally thinks about this.
Fair.
Yep. I already have an answer. My mind immediately goes to one of Taylor Swift's tartan outfits.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I forget the
The
event.
yellow one.
Yes. Aside from the tartan bodice that definitely completes the look, she is wearing it somewhat open in the front, which you would probably do with an Arisich. I'm almost positive. You know,
What is she
there
wearing
some
under it?
overlap. What is she? It looked like tasteful black shorts
Yeah.
of a kind. So
Shorts and
maybe
then
something like
stockings that combine,
satin
yeah.
or just like a nice black cloth tailored pant. Or I personally would prefer shorts. I liked that look. You know, some classy shorts with your beautiful tartan arisaid, a nice belt, maybe with a little bling, and some tall boots. That's a good look.
I was gonna go like tight black pants, not shorts, and tall boots.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind
like
of-
that too.
I
Yeah.
think decorative stockings or leggings possibly, but
Yeah.
but the boots are definitely a good. Yeah, because I mean, I would consider like trying to do like the guys are doing with a great kilt and a t-shirt. They're kind of taking a primitive thing and combining it for more of a street fashion kind of a vibe, and it's got a little bit of a Ren Fair vibe to it as a result too. So I think you could do the same thing, like have an Arisich and basically, you know, like a fashion corset maybe on a blouse, or you know, like a short sleeve or like a peasant. Is there a name for the blouses that they're like puffy sleeves and short sleeves, but it's definitely like a Renaissance-y kind of a vibe.
You know, the first thing that comes to mind is something like a peasant's blouse. I mean,
Huzzah!
you and I might know it as like a chemise, something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. But something like that. Or I mean, if you want to do something other than the t-shirt, if you're trying to go a little step above, then yeah, I would think some kind of a close-fitting but fun sleeves, kind of a top, and yeah, could be
But
anything.
would that look contemporary
I don't
versus?
care about contemporary. I mean,
I know. No, but that's kind of where I'm going. Is like I'm with your Allie. I'm stealing your idea with with either pants or shorts or whatever, and higher boots and that, and maybe like a more contemporary dressy top, a fashion statement kind of piece. And the Arisich is almost just an accessory to the outfit, but like the bold accessory of
The
tartan.
statement piece.
Yeah, the statement piece. I could see that, and that would be more contemporary versus a period type top.
But I'm not. You see, I could see it in my head. I'm not describing it well verbally, but I mean, swaying through subcultures, I've met plenty of gals who will do things like this, where it's basically they're wearing regular street clothes, but they're spicing it up with stuff from their Renaissance kit or their cosplay kit or something like that, because they're basically they're alt kids and they're going to a show or a concert or a party with a bunch of weebs, and so it's street fashion takes inspiration from a lot of weird stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Especially when you're talking about women's fashion. As we've said many times, there's no rules. You could do whatever you want, essentially. So I think, yeah, you could go very sleek with it, maybe, and streamlined. Or you could go a little bit, steampunky or Renaissance-y kind of a vibe, and it would work equally well.
Okay. I'd be curious what people do with it.
Yeah. Now, I know Micah, and I know Micah sometimes has actually worn it crosswise, but actually using it as an actual warmth layer, which I don't think I would recommend for everybody. The easy answer is to put it over a belt in the traditional way, possibly bringing the top up and doing it with a brooch here, but then it's really
then
it's going to look
feels
really
more period.
it looks more period that way.
No, I'm thinking of
Has to be treated as a skirt.
I'm thinking of is it Julie from Kinfolk? Kind of how she wears it a little bit. It's sort of period of like folksy. It's not really period, but it's folksy vibe to it.
Exactly.
So I kind of dig on what she's doing with
Like a
it.
cottagecore kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
You
Okay. Interesting.
Folkcore.
If you do this, go to either the USA Kilts, or check that, the Kilts and Culture Facebook group or the Kilts and Culture Reddit subreddit, and put pictures up there and show us what you got. I'm curious to see more women's stuff with it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But we do have a with from Kinfolk. Julie?
Yeah.
Julie from Kinfolk did a how to put on an Arisich video for us, which you can find on YouTube. And I'll put the link right here.
Jordan, you don't have that one keyed up and ready to go? Damn it, Jordan. What are you doing?
He's just a boy.
He's freaking Johnny on the spot with all the other stuff. I figured he'd read our minds for that, too. He is Johnny on the spot. All right. Thank you for the question. Thank you, Jordan, for being Johnny or Jordan on the spot.
Wherever you are.
Yeah.
Jordan.
That guy on the spot.
Should I do question or you want to do the ambassador first?
We'll do the ambassador.
Okay.
No, it's not ambassador. It's the commercial.
The commercial.
For a brand new tartan. I wonder, what tartan could it be that we've released this month?
Squanch.
So,
Video.
squonk.
Video.
Squonk. Right, squonk.
That's okay.
When you think about the heart of America, you don't think about Wall Street or skyscrapers. You think about the hardworking people who rise before the sun, who put their hands in the soil, and who don't quit until the job's done. The farmers, the ranchers, the growers, the people producing the food that's on American tables. But it's not just the hard work. It's the community spirit. It's the folks who come around when a chore needs more hands. And the neighbors who help clean up after the storm. It's putting your community before yourself. That mixture of generosity and grit is what the Amber Waves Tartan is all about. Deep blue for the steady resolve of farmers and ranchers, night after night, season after season, year after year. Light gray for honesty, humility, and the clear morning skies that mark a fresh start. Red for passion, hard work, and community spirit. Shades of brown and tan for the soil that gives, the grain that feeds, and the harvest that sustains. Gold for the golden rule, treating others the way that you want to be treated. These rich colors are combined into a subtle gradient that echoes wheat, waving in the autumn breeze. This tartan is a tribute to those who work the land, who serve their neighbors, and keep our country's spirit strong. Not through big flashy gestures, but through simple acts of kindness, day in and day out. The Amber Waves Tartan represents our collective inherited values. Values of an honest day's work, of giving back to our community, and of caring for each other. Values we've passed down for generations. Values grown from the land itself.
Wow.
So that is our Amber Waves Tartan, obviously right there, available now, usakilts.com. This is our, ninth, eighth, something like that in
You
our
have 4 to
American.
go.
Yes, we have 4 to go. There you go. I can't add. So ninth in the America 250 series. This was weirdly the one that I probably had the most issue with designing. I played around with it, and then gave up. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I got frustrated. I had other ones that I had to get to. And all mine were just like essentially just gold and yellow and brown gradients. So I said, I'm failing. I need to call in the pinch hitter. So Mac grew up in farm country. Ian is, brown gradient tartan guy. Mm-hmm. So
Whiskey tartan guy.
These are his color. This is his color palette. And Jillian is a talented designer in her own right. So I said, hey, here, you guys figure this out. I'm going to go do, I think I was doing Back to Nature at the same time. So you guys figure this one out. I'm going to go do another one. I had a writer's block, if you will, a tartan designer's block. All of which my designs could have done the world's worst tartan design. I could have just inserted it there. Yep. So anyway, I offloaded it to them and said, here, between the three of you, between your Mac's inspiration, Ian's color palette, and Jillian's design prowess, come to me with a design. And they knocked it out of the freaking park. I love the brown to goldish, warm gradient without being like straight up gold.
Very warm.
That they came up with. Yeah, it's a nice warm. You know what this kind of reminds me of is like a Brooks Brothers-y type tartan. Brooks Brothers has a tartan design. This feels a little bit like that, but more like us, more like the gradient thing. And Jillian is obviously very, very good at the gradient thing.
Very.
With Appalachian and now this one. So this was a failure turned into a winner, as far as I'm concerned, with my failure to design a good tartan and Jillian picking up that mantle and running with it. So yes,
Yay.
slimes
Good
to Jillian and Mac and Ian, indeed.
Cheers.
So
Teamwork
no,
makes
it
the
was.
dream work.
It's one of those where we wanted to honor the farmers and the people who put food on our table, who build the community, physically allow our communities to exist from revolution times all the way or founding of the country times all the way through now. Yeah, so farmers, ranchers, all that, and the people who build community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so cheers to them, slanch to them. Indeed. All right, I've pontificated enough. All right, was the last one you or Allie?
It was me.
It
with
was
the arisaid
Allie.
question.
Yep.
Then Eric.
Okay. From Facebook, Lonnie Oglesby asked us, does anybody else find buying dress slacks tedious and boring? I need at least 2 new pairs of nice slacks for work. I found pants boring to shop for considering how many tartan options are out there. It's almost a social commentary more than a question, but...
That was a horrible Lonnie Oglesby impression.
I wasn't trying to do it. I was just trying...
Joking. Love you, Lonnie. All right. So, do we find pants shopping as boring as Lonnie?
Well, yeah.
When you
Say that about our
when you
dog.
go into generic men's store and see the wall of khaki with the rainbow from light tan to medium brown on the wall, how do you feel about pants versus the exciting flavors that are kilts, that are tartans? It's a much wider palette. The world is your oyster when it comes to tartans. Like there's so much more to do and play with when it comes to tartans. What are your thoughts on it, Eric?
It's just a tool at this point. I mean, when you go into the kind of world that we're in now, it's just like, yeah, I need a new spatula. Yeah, I need to buy some. I need to get a box of screws at the hardware store. It's like, yeah, pants are just kind of functional. So, I mean, I guess the one exception would be blue jeans. We have a lot of people who, like, if they can't wear a kilt, they'll default to jeans, and some of them actually do care about having good pairs of jeans. I mean, you yourself are a fan when you have to wear pants. You have your origin jeans. But I think you tend to get more technical with pants. You're not thinking of as a fashion. You're thinking of, like, how is this going to get the job done? Do I need ripstop? For some reason, like EMTs, people who work out in the world can be very picky about their technical specs on their uniforms.
Technical gear, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, joking aside, I mean, you don't want it to get messed up, and you do want ripstop, and you do want. I mean, like, if you're stuck going to the office for a job and you can't wear a kilt, then it's just
the biggest
banal. The word we want is banal.
That's fair. The biggest to me in the pants world, the bifurcated world, so to speak, would be the biggest differentiator to me as a consumer is country of origin. So, am I buying a made in America product? There's a company in Chicago, Dearborn Denim, in Chicago that does made in America stuff. There's Origin. There's a few companies that I buy from. There's American clothing company that make that have American made. Either the denim is American made or the actual labor is in America, or both, ideally. So that much more than fast fashion. The cut to some degree, but there's not a whole lot of working parts. With tartan, there's like an entire world of symbolism. There's an entire world of color, of rainbow of colors in tartans that you can do. There's different color palettes. There's all kind. There's whether it's clan connection, whether it's a district connection, whether it's just an idea like Spark, like Allie has on today. There's all kinds of different thoughts and things that go into it. So it allows you to express yourself on like 27 levels versus like I'm wearing jeans and they happen to be made in America, so that bumps me up one notch. So there's reasons to buy different things, but in a sea of taupe, Be a tartan.
A bowl of oatmeal, if you will.
Yes.
I like that.
Porridge.
In a sea of porridge, be a berry. I don't know. Be a blueberry. We're very hungry today.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah. I don't know. Allie, what are your
Yeah, I think it makes
thoughts
sense.
on tartan versus...
I initially agree with Lonnie. Once you go kilt, you just can't go back. I know it doesn't rhyme,
know.
but it's the truth. After opening up to the world of tartan a little bit, which wasn't my thing too much, like in, I suppose, like my youth or
Pre-working
whatever.
here. Yeah.
Pre-working here is a perfect way to phrase it.
We bullied you into it. We're
it's-
like,
yes.
you need to get a kilt. All right.
Well, it
I'll
kind of-
get 80 of them.
It kind of helps you realize that a lot of the fashion that is just readily available is kind of bland and taupe, as you would put it.
Right.
Very simplistic, one size fits all, not necessarily in size, but in visual appeal. And tartan definitely gets a little bit more specific, and I think it not necessarily forces, but it causes us to get a little bit more creative about how we dress. In general, I was never much of a pants person. I always preferred skirts and then kilts. Mostly because of my body proportions. I'm a short leg, long torso kind of person, so a lot of the fashion that is available to me, a lot of the pants that are available to me fit me weird, and I have to get a bigger size and tailor them myself in order to get them to fit and look right. And even then, as far as like fabric design, it's not like a world of plenty out there quite like it is with tartan.
And-
Which is why I got tartan pants.
Good,
I
good
did.
point. Now, I will also point out that if you line up a pair of khakis from Walmart, Target, Brooks Brothers, and insert other big box store here or name brand here, whatever, they're all going to look pretty much the same. There's not going to be a whole lot of difference from A to B to C, whether it's the cut, whether maybe one's pleated and the other one isn't, has a pleat on the front of the pants. Like, they're all basically the same thing. It is so freaking boring. So tartan adds a level of a dynamism and excitement to the outfit that you can't get in regular clothes.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, do it to be different.
Yeah. Interesting. Do it to be interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it to not be a cog in the machine, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, actually, yeah.
I need a black beret. Let me borrow your black beret.
No.
All right, fair.
Nobody gets the beret.
I have lice. It's fine.
But
I don't really have lice. All right. Very good. So, wear a kilt, not pants. End trouser tyranny.
say no to fast fashion.
Yes.
The
Just say no
restrictions
to-
of bifurcation.
Pants. Can't bifurcate my kilt, buddy. I don't know. We need a good, like strong
Like, it's
catchphrase.
more fun when nobody's wearing pants.
Yes, indeed. Insert catchphrase here. Yeah. No. All right,
Okay.
Eric.
No, that was mine.
Correct.
That was yours.
Not Eric,
So,
actually.
Not you. I 100% wasn't talking to you.
Actually.
All right, Allie.
I have a question from Eddie Greenman. Can you wear different tartans on one outfit? For example, modern color kilt and weathered tartan elsewhere? That's how it was phrased.
Not if you don't want to go to hell, you don't.
He goes on to say, personally, I think that it can be a good look, but it can go against modern standards of mismatched patterns.
Good point.
Let me stop you there. You're wrong.
Ooh,
It can't be a good look.
David Barr is reeling right now.
David Barr is the devil incarnate.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
I think
is.
he's on your side, isn't he?
I don't know.
He's our fallen
Does he
angel.
mix tartans? He mixes patterns. He does things that tick me off on purpose.
Focus.
I can't focus.
Please focus.
All right.
For the love of the gods.
Can you mix
please
tartans? If it's the same tartan, different ancient versus modern, or weathered versus ancient, or muted versus weathered and modern, and other things. No, I don't like it. Don't do it. Just you look like you got dressed in the dark. It was like, it doesn't look like you did it on purpose. It doesn't. I am probably more matchy-matchy than I should be. I do not apologize for this. To wear a weathered necktie with a modern kilt or an ancient kilt, it looks like you didn't own the right thing, so you're just doing what you had to get by. Are you okay there, Allie?
I am.
Somebody
Sorry.
posted a picture of a mixed tartan outfit. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I broke Allie.
Damaged her.
So, my personal opinion, no, don't do it. I wouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. No, don't do it. Even if you're wearing, like, here's what I would do. If you're wearing a club tie with a kilt, I'd wear a club tie that, like, matches the kilt. I have a McEwen Modern kilt. I think I used to. I don't think I have it anymore. And a Brooks Brothers Sutherland Regiment tie, club tie, which is like it's navy, bottle green, a yellow stripe, and a red stripe, which is the exact same as the tartan in the kilt. Looks magnifique. I would not wear that same tie with an ancient McEwen Modern kilt because it's not the same colors. It doesn't work. But it works as a club tie and a kilt because it's the same colors. Even though it's stripes and a tartan, you're fine. I'm going to go off into a tangent. Eric, save me. What would you do?
You're beyond saving, Rocky.
I know this. That's what my wife tells me every time.
I mean, we used to say when I was on mission that
Broke
no
Allie
one is beyond
again.
saving,
You
but
gotta stop.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, generally no. Here's the thing. I mean, I've seen people try to do it. The closest I've seen people come to
Try.
the closest I've seen people come to doing it okay is like with a weathered kilt and then a modern tie and a vest that separates. So you have a pop of color, and then the weathered kind of just subdues. So it's a little more of a subtle way of doing it. I would say that if you're going to do it, forget trying to look like a Highlander. Forget trying to, channel your inner Jacobite or anything like that. You gotta go full on Vivian Westwood with
Yes.
this. You
Yes.
gotta go like crazy punk kind of, like not 2 tartans. We're talking 5. I mean, like, ties and shirts and vests and pocket squares and kilt and so just go completely off the rails with it.
You have to wear that outfit and make that noise simultaneously the entire time you're wearing the outfit.
My point is I don't think it works for a daily wear kind of or a
Hi, I'm Rocky. Woo! You have to do that the
All right,
entire
all
time.
right.
Turkey-esque. Everyone introduces themselves to you. It's the entire time. You're not Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. You're the entire time.
I think my point's
Off the rails, folks.
yeah, never mind. I'm done.
I think I would disagree with Rocky and somewhat agree with you.
You wouldn't
I-
make that noise the whole time?
I was trying
do,
to
but
play
I'll go
devil's
all the way.
advocate, but I'll stop.
Yeah. I think different tartans can be kind of worn together. I suppose I'm thinking of it as like same family, different variation. Like you said, pairing the weathered with like a modern or something of the like.
What context are you wearing it in?
I immediately go to something like Menzies black and Menzies red. I feel like these two things could be worn really nicely together. It would be very striking. It would be the David Barr full suit, but different tartans, different colors, so similar in structure that I think it could work. As long as the layering is proper, like I wouldn't do top and bottom like white and red. I would kind of blend it. Like if we were thinking about a suit, maybe like Menzies white blazer and Menzies red vest, something of the like.
I mean, but you're
I
talking
don't-
Menzies.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
don't
so
disagree for the record.
Yeah, also
I
black
actually
watch
like
by
your
the
idea.
MK.
I like the over the top outfit. You've gone so far around, you're coming back up the
Yeah, I
other
mean,
side.
I'm talking like you're going to some event in New York City. You know what I mean? We're talking either high fashion, alt fashion, or total punk rock. Those are the only places where you can do this kind of thing.
I think I would agree. It's probably not everyday wear, but I still like the idea of doing it.
I think the point is it's either minimal or maximal. It's the middle is where you get in trouble. It's if I'm wearing a Mackenzie modern kilt and a Mackenzie ancient necktie, I don't like it. But if I'm wearing a Mackenzie ancient blazer and a Mackenzie weathered necktie and a Mackenzie modern kilt and argyle hose and you're over the top and all over the place with all of it, then it's kind of okay. It's fun and different, and he's obviously being a peacock in the thing. So I think the degree of craziness matters.
I think you have to be able to own it too. I don't think everybody can
Yes.
pull it off. You've got to
Yes.
have a personality a mile wide to do loud, intentionally divergent fashions like that. So,
Yeah, I agree.
would I wear it to a St. Andrew's dinner? Hell no. Would I do this for a Burns night? No.
No.
Would I do this for some kind of art symposium or something, or a gallery visit? Maybe. Context is king.
Would I wear it to if I was wearing now I'm trying to figure a St. Andrew's dinner, formal. Let's say a Black Prince Charlie. What if we did like a McLean hunting ancient kilt, but a McLean Duarte red vest? Like,
Oof.
so like
Maybe.
different, like same family, different tartans, and maybe like dice toe or not dice toes, but argyle
Argyle
hose.
hose?
Yeah, in like the modern versus the ancient kilt or something like.
Yowza.
Be like a bit out there, but
I
for
think
formal.
again,
Could you do it for formal?
Again, if you're a rock star, if you've got the personality and you're going to be a mega peacock, then maybe. But
I'm not a rock star.
it's not something you can do casually. I don't
Yeah.
think it's something you should try to do casually or middle.
Unless
of the
you're
road.
punk rock.
But that's
yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Would you do it?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Let us
Would
know in
you
the
do
chat.
it? How would you do it? Put it in the comments. Yeah.
I mean, what's that? Madras. Maybe I think
Madras
it-
plaid? Yeah.
Madras plaids.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes me think of that.
But
That's
that's all
a single,
in.
That's a single garment.
Exactly. That's why Madras plaid works.
A
Is
single,
because it's all in the
single
same
garment with different
Yeah.
tartans in it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we do not do custom work like that.
I was waiting for it. Who's going to put in the disclaimer?
All right.
Not
that was
me.
Allie.
That was Allie.
All right, Eric.
Okay, from Facebook we have Andrew Wilson asking, what is the best way to clean a dress sporran with real fur when someone has, and I'm not going to say who, but someone has accidentally speared a bit of beer on it?
Dress sporran,
Fur. Cleaning the fur,
Fur.
specifically.
bit of beer,
Bit of beer.
bit of beer.
Billy beer.
The all right. So beer on a dress sporran depends on the color of the dress sporran and how long the beer sat.
Ugh.
And if it was beer versus like wine. So there's different advice here depending on the thing. Or is it white bovine sporran? Is it sealskin? Is it black musquash? Or is it fox? So there's different. It depends on a little bit. Depends on the fur.
You're begging another question, actually.
And or how soon after the spillage was the wipage. So I'm breaking all three of them today. So we need an in-studio audience.
I need my camera. I'm going to bring in my cell phone next time so I can get this picture of the gruesome.
If you want to
threesome
be a USA Kilts in-studio
here.
audience
Oh my
for
God.
a KNC Live.
Really? You know
Let me
you're going
know.
to have people say they want to do that.
I know. Would it be fun or horrible?
What the hell is in that whiskey?
I don't know.
First, you're going to make the connection error tartan. Then you're going to bring in a live studio audience. then you're
right.
going to start pairing
All right,
tartans.
maybe we're not
with
doing a live
tartans.
studio.
Are
We'll
you
see.
quite all right,
We'll
sir?
see. We'll see. All right. What was the question? No.
Cleaning the fur.
Cleaning the
How long
fur.
has it been since?
All right.
I mean, did you have
so,
to go home first? Has the stain set? Questions like that.
All right. Start with lowest to longest. So if spill beer on a white rabbit fur,
Throw it out.
immediately, and buy a new one from usakilts.com.
Yeah.
No. If you get to it right away, wipe it off, go to the bathroom, get a little bit of, either club soda or just water in the bathroom kind of thing.
Cold water.
And then cold water, yes, very, very good point. And then wipe it off immediately. Do not soak it. Just, wipe it off as much as possible. If you can't get to water, then get a napkin and blot it and put pressure on it. Maybe squish it a little bit. Do not rub it heartily. Rubbing fur like that will pull some of the hair out. So don't do that.
Or it's going to felt it. It's going to mat it. It's gonna,
Yeah. It'll act weird. So if it's whatever kind of fur, and let's say it's you get home, so it's kind of it's dried-esque, and it's still beer. We're talking something that's not really going to stain necessarily, or you have a darker color fur. what I would do is if you have, I would start with water. Just, wet a washcloth or something, and then wring it out, not wholly wring it out so it's just barely damp, but not leave it soaking, kind of that in-between stage where it's wet, but, squeeze some of the water out. And I would just wipe with the fur and kind of get as much, maybe wring a little bit of water onto it, maybe gently dab it in and kind of tussle the hair like you would tussle the hair on your head kind of thing. Tussle it a little bit to get it wet again, and then just kind of gently squish it and wipe it out gently. Again, gently is the key here. If it is dried and that's not helping as much as you want, then I would probably, my next step would be like baby shampoo. Ultimately, it's hair. So you want to use something very, very
Caustic.
Caustic, thank you. That's the exact word I'm looking for. Non-caustic. So baby shampoo, something gentle. And again, I wouldn't put it on the sporran. I would put it on a washcloth or something like that. I get the washcloth, again, damp, put a little bit of baby shampoo on there, squish it around, rub it around in the washcloth, and then gently wipe it onto the sporran. Then let it sit and, swirl it around with your fingers, not getting too violent with it, just gently swirling it around with your fingers, getting it into the hair, into any of the areas where the wine or the beer or whatever spilled on the sporran. Then take the washcloth, wring it out, get it nice and, wet, no more shampoo, no more soap in there, and then just kind of, wipe a little bit of water onto there, get it watered up real good. And then
Watered up real good.
Watered up real good, kids. Little Roscoe P. Coltrane there from Eric. And then, gently work the soap out of the sporran. That's pretty much how I would probably handle it.
Yeah, mild, cold, and consistent.
Yeah.
Basically is the key. This is a good... going back to the white rabbit thing, it's like, there's a reason why most people, I don't think, really should, and most people don't prefer white fur for sporrans. And the quality of a dress sporran is paramount in this case. Wine, you got a problem no matter what. But that's true with any piece of clothing. But in general, white is not necessarily a good idea. A harder wearing fur, a better quality fur, and a mottled color fur, or solid black. If it's not solid black, then something like fox is gorgeous. Natural brown fox or red fox is a little less forgiving, but something where if the worst happens, it's not the end of the world. Like I'm imagining, like the washing does not take the staining out, because again, it's like wine or spaghetti sauce, and if you're having marinara while you're wearing a dress sporran, what is wrong with you? Where
put
are
a napkin
you?
on your lap, you slob.
Yes,
come on.
Use a freaking napkin. Now I'm imagining, like the way he describes it, it's like he's hanging out and somebody just trips as they go past. But yeah, cold water absolutely is your best friend, and speed. You got to get to it as quickly as possible. And don't buy a rabbit for a sporran.
I'm thinking about now the animal skin itself and the nature of the animal. So fox,
it's kind of soft.
It's soft. It has a lot of down, generally speaking. So I'm a little concerned about that. For
the undercoat could catch wine.
Correct.
Molecules better.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking about the animal and the nature of the animal. Seal.
I keep going back to seal.
Or things that have a natural water repellency to the animal.
But some of that's the lanolin. If that's not preserved in the fur process, now seal.
But most of it is.
Seal's pretty indestructible, and I would assume that stains are not nearly as much of a problem with seal.
Yes.
Which is another reason why people adopted seal in the first place, but why it became popular. But
black bovine or like a gray bovine.
Black obviously is your friend because
black
you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But something with a little bit more, or like the musquash or nutria or an animal where it's like, or beaver, something that has more of a greasy pelt, kind of like an oily, slickish kind of feeling to the fur. Because it's meant to, it's meant to wipe water off. It's meant to be, fast in water. Same thing with seal. So that would work well. A fox is not meant to be hydrodynamic. So it's not going to work quite as well for a fox as it would for a beaver or as it would for a seal. Yes, I use the word hydrodynamic in our show.
Insert clip of the fabulous Mr. Fox here.
My goodness.
Or never mind. So, Allie, you had looked like you wanted to say something. Maybe no. Maybe not.
I'm in agreement with you about the water repelling furs. It doesn't. I mean, the oil does come into play, but some of these furs, like beaver or musquash or seal, the composition of the fiber, the fur itself, the little, what's the word, strands, I suppose.
Yeah.
They are built to be perhaps interlocking and water repellent. So you have a better chance with those always.
And it depends how dense the fur is as well.
Yeah, but people aren't going to choose a dress sporran based on
No,
its
it's true.
stain resistance. They're going to go with the one they love.
I agree, but it's here, you're watching this video. If you've searched YouTube 20 million years from now, you're looking at this video because you've spilled something on your sporran and now you're trying to figure out what to do about it. So we're giving them, based on the type of fur, your course of action may be different. If you're wearing a rabbit's fur sporran, you're screwed. Sorry, buy a new sporran. No, but rabbit fur is like airier, it's lighter, and it's not nearly as dense as like fox or something with a lot more down, or something like beaver that has a denser, oilier fur. So, sliding scales here, my friends.
You got me going on YouTube. What did you say? 20 million years in the future? Or
Yes.
It's like,
This is our immortality.
my Grovlock's dress sporran has googly spooch on it. What am I going to do?
Highland
It's got
wear is
swamp
timeless,
all
my
over it.
friend.
Right.
Highland wear will be around
Right.
20
Yep.
million years from now.
It's true. It's true.
Yes,
As long as there's gravity.
it's fair. I don't want to see a kilt and no
I was
gravity.
about to say, it's more like a
Maybe
tutu
you
then.
do want to see a
Maybe
kilt
you
in
do,
no
I don't know.
gravity.
I don't.
Kilts in space.
Yes, kilts in space. That's how
The
we
next
end this.
frontier.
Yes. To boldly go where no man is, or several men have gone before. All right. Next question. Deliver us from this fresh hell.
I can do that.
This has been a hell of a
Okay.
show.
Let's see. From Gareth Foster. When hand pleating a great kilt, is there a minimum width to the section you're pleating? Are the pleats meant to be a specific width?
Hand pleating a great kilt. How wide should the pleats be? No, I don't think
really.
there's not really a standard. When we did our kilt video right behind me on the floor with Jamesy from Albanock, insert video link here at some point. Jamesy's the width of the pleats that he put and the number of pleats was a lot skinnier than I thought he was going to do.
I agree.
Yeah, it was like I was almost like worried, like, should we do this?
Yeah.
But hey, the man wears kilts and wears great kilt every freaking day, so
That kilt specifically, that's
Yeah.
like his kilt, his stage kilt he's had
I guess
for like
we should
20 years.
kind of listen to the guy. But I would say the pleated section for Jamesy was only by the time he got done, like 12 to 14 inches
Just a
or so
wee
wide.
rail of a man, though.
But it's not. It wasn't even half the width of his body.
Yeah.
So, and then there's other people who are having a much wider. Like they want it. Okay, I'm a 40-inch waist. I want 20 inches of pleats and 20 inches of apron. So it kind of depends on the individual. No, there's no hard rule. You must do this or you must do that. It's personal preference.
Yeah.
It's a very organic garment. It is something that it ebbs and flows, and it's almost like your whim for the day. So yeah, there's probably a wrong answer of one pleat that's this wide that's super, super, super deep. But aside from that, do what you want.
Yeah, well, then basically it's a sarong if you do that. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any historical precedent that people had a system for the pleats must be this wide or that wide. It really is, they didn't care. It was just whatever was comfortable and got it onto your body efficiently. Those who are wearing it as a fashion thing nowadays definitely experiment with it. So basically, depending on the size of your set, depending on whether you want to play around with trying to get this one stripe to show off once you have it on, those are all factors that you can play with each and every single day when you put it on. There's no rule, but so take the time to experiment with it and get somebody to help you take pictures of you from behind, or use a timer on your phone. So you can judge, like, it doesn't look as good as it did yesterday. I think, I like how that looks, and then you'll decide that your optimal number of pleats is going to be X, or that, like, if you pleat to this one stripe, that's going to look the best. So it's about experimentation.
Yeah, it's about the width of the pleats
Right.
and which one
Depth.
you're pleating to and the depth. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I love the try it a few different ways. I mean, it's
what it's about.
Yeah,
That's the whole
it's a
point.
garment that you're making the garment every single time you put it on. So try it once, get up, stand up, look at yourself in the mirror. Do you like it? No. Great. Do it again.
Get
It takes,
up,
what, an extra
stand
10
up.
minutes? It's fine.
Stand up for your pleats.
Suffer for your art, my friends. Yes. Stand up for your pleats.
Righteous.
Right on, brother man. I need, like, Rastafarian dreads.
Wagwan, Rocky.
Yeah.
Wagwan,
Irie.
Jalo.
Feeling Irie, man. Feeling Irie.
You've heard Wagwan?
Little coxswain.
That's how you say hello.
Yeah. I was doing more,
I know.
coxswain dad, first wave ska. It all comes back to ska for us, my friends.
Or
It all
reggae.
comes back to ska. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rude boy. Yes. Favorite first wave ska artist
Artist?
or band.
I'm going to have to say Scotalites because they're still going. They were a family business and they started so much. They were like the first ones to ever record stuff.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So they're like the compass point for everything else.
Okay. I'm going Desmond Decker.
Desmond Decker. I know.
Desmond
you love
Decker.
your Desmond Decker.
Love.
And
Desmond Decker.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Is Sublime considered ska?
Sublime
Not-
is ska. That
not
is
by
third
me.
wave ska.
Oh,
It's third wave.
what about Catch 22? How's that?
Third wave.
That's
Dang.
yes. No,
very different.
still two very
fine.
good bands. I still like them. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
then-
I am more of a third wave ska, but I appreciate the roots, the reggae. Well, reggae came after ska. Ska predated
This is true.
it. Yes,
This is
indeed.
true. Rocksteady and
Rocksteady.
and ska kind of.
Yep.
Or Rocksteady and reggae. But
Was it 1967? Jamaicans listening to swing music coming off the Florida Keys. Yes.
And then
There's a
it-
great,
but-
rich history
Yeah, yeah.
of ska music.
But if you're in like mod skinhead culture, then there's Spirit of '69 because that's like when.
Yep.
Was that when Desmond landed?
In the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think-
somewhere around
Was
there.
it that year?
Yeah.
No, something else.
It's the
but there was
beginning of
something
the mods and-
1969 was. It wasn't the beginning of the mods, but it was like a seminal year for music. So everybody says like Spirit of '69.
Yep.
For
It's also a
traditional.
book. Yep.
Yeah. For boss reggae specifically, which is not Bob Marley. Oh my God, what is this show about again?
For the three of you that are left watching, I hope that answer helped. Yeah, man.
Job love.
All right. Who was that? You or Allie?
That was Allie.
Okay, Eric.
Okay, so this one's mine.
Madness. They call it madness.
Ooh, is
Two
Madness
tones.
the first generation?
Madness is second wave.
But that
British.
song
That
and
is
the name
British
is a
ska.
cover
Yes.
Can't get that
of
first
what's her
wave.
face who originally did it.
And Madness toured much more in the U.S., where the special stayed in the U.K. Yeah. All right. Sorry for those who don't like ska, but you're wrong. Next.
Take two.
On Facebook, Arthur Shelby asked, "Can you make multiple items from one weave? For example, weave of tartan, for example, kilts and neckties, etc. And what is the best weight to do that? Like, can you have one bolt of tartan to rule them all?"
Okay. So, you are a tartan designer trying to get tartan stuff for your tartan group of tartan friends and tartan things.
I am a tartan designer.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So, what weight is the weight to rule them all?
13.
13.
Well, way to ruin my answer, guys.
Oh,
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
It's 13.
Oopsie doopsie.
God.
Come on, folks. Yeah.
So, when it comes to tartan weights, there's I think Loch Heron does like a spring weight, or House of Egger used to do one. Anyway, like there's like 8 ounce, which is generally a plain weave, not great for almost anything, but great for like shawls or like super, super light, flowy type things. Next weight up, 11 ounce, 10 ounce, Loch Heron Reaver cloth, or Martin Mills Glams, or Strathmore T7 quality. Anyway, it's 11 ounce. It's a little bit lighter weight. It is great for women's kilted skirts. It's great for shawls. It's great for neckties. It's not great for kilts because it's a little bit lightweight. Next up, you have 13 ounce. The sweet spot. That is the mama bear. That is not the daddy bear or the baby bear. It is the middle porridge that is just right. And then up from that, you have 16 ounce, which is great for a kilt. It is great for heavyweight cloth. It is great for outerwear. It is not great for neckties. It's too thick. It is not great for women's wear. It is a little bit scratchy compared to like 13 ounce or 11 ounce. So for my money, 13 ounce, bar none, best weight for kilt cloth for getting the maximum amount of things out of a single bolt of cloth. So really what it boils down to is if you are weaving a tartan and you want to have things for a large group of people, it is the easiest common denominator, because you can weave 16-ounce cloth, which is great for kilts. Some people would say better for kilts. But if you want to have, women wearing kilted skirts or mini kilts, it's not great because it's a little bit heavy and it's a little bit tends to be a little bit scratchier than the 13-ounce. For 11-ounce, for women's wear, it's great for neckties, and for women's wear, it's not great for a kilt, especially 5-yard kilts. It's a little bit too light and bouncy and not substantial enough, so to speak.
Yeah.
Allie, let's go get a woman's take on this. If you were to wear Loch Heron's 16-ounce British wool, have you felt their new British wool stuff? It's a little bit scratchier than the new stuff. Okay.
Do we have any swatches? Anything that came through recently?
Yes, everything that they are doing now in 16-ounce versus what they were doing before. It's woven. The wool itself is sourced from British sheep versus New Zealand sheep, which is a little bit softer.
Okay.
But if you're wearing 16-ounce yourself versus 11-ounce, as a woman, as someone who shaves their legs, who has more sensitive skin than us rough and tumble men, how do you feel about 16-ounce cloth?
I feel like no. I don't like 16-ounce
It's
on the
sandpaper.
skin. It is sandpaper. 16-ounce is, it's coarse. It's exactly what you think of when you think of wearing wool. Before you know anything about 11-ounce, when you think wool, you think itchy. And 16-ounce definitely meets that qualification. It's itchy.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Prejudice. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I felt some smoother 16 ounces. And as we know, tweed is kind of close to 16 ounce. I think it's heavier, right?
Depends on the mill, but 15 to 18 ounce depending on the tweed.
Yeah.
There are lighter weight tweeds as well, like men's suits can be made from very lightweight, like 11-ounce tweeds, which are nicer, softer, But the harder wearing, like Hebridean or what's the one with the orb, the
What?
Harris tweed.
Harris
Tweed.
tweed. You mean Harris tweed,
Okay.
yeah.
It's meant more for like outerwear. It's a little bit scratchier. It's a local sheep.
So for 16 ounce, it would take a very special tartan to go for a 16 ounce. Like Buchan that you chose for our Halloween special thing. That is special enough that I would wear it, but I probably wouldn't choose it for a kilt. It would be something like a vest.
Okay.
Some other accessory that doesn't put it directly against my skin.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you, as a woman, are endorsing officially, stamp of approval, ka-chunk,
Careful, Allie.
Yeah, what am I approving?
11 ounce
Oh, yeah.
over 16 ounce,
11 ounce over 16 ounce all day, every day.
and twice on Sundays.
And twice on Sundays, but maybe a little bit more for 13 ounce. I really don't mind, that it's not as soft as 11 ounce. It's wearable on the skin. It does everything you want it to do. It's beautiful. It holds pleats. It's, like you said, it's the just right tartan.
So, when David Barr, one of our, customer friends, comes in with a full tartan suit, you're telling me
Arch
that
nemesis. Yeah.
everything is like the jacket, the kilt, the necktie, the waistcoat, that's all 13 ounce.
The
Have you people-
two that he has from us, I know, are 13 ounce. Does he wear other things that are 16 ounce for jacket and vest? Sure. But would I wear it as like a scarf? No, it's up around a sensitive area.
Yeah.
Would I wear it for, a necktie? No, because it doesn't fold quite as nice. So, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're out,
Yeah.
we definitely have done neckties for organizations and stuff that we've also done kilts for. So
Yeah. Now,
and for our own offerings.
Our law enforcement tartan is only available in 16 ounce, and we do a 16 ounce necktie in law enforcement. It's not as nice.
Not nice.
It's not as nice. It's too thick. So, if we did it in another weight, great. We don't do it in another weight, therefore that's the only option. If we had an option in weights, I would always do 13 or 11 ounce for neckties, or 13 if you're trying to get the maximum value out of one weave. And bringing it back around to kind of the origin of the question.
Yes, do.
because we never meander on this show.
Dudes.
But what's the point? Why pick one? Why not do both? Money. Like, if you have an entire huge organization of thousands of members and you need, like, let's say you need a few 100 meters of cloth. In that instance, sure, cool, do both. Do an 11 ounce and do a 16 ounce. So the guys who want to get kilts could get a nice heavyweight 16 ounce kilt, and the women who want to get stuff, or the guys who just want a necktie, can get 11 ounce on the other end of the spectrum. Like spread it further apart on the spectrum of weight. If you only want to do one because you're not going to have enough economy of scale to do two, and it's going to be too expensive to do two, and you only want to do one weight, then do the 13 ounce. But if you have unlimited funds, or you want to do, a crazy amount of both weights of cloth, then sure, do a heavier weight and lighter weight. If you want to do one, meet in the middle, 13 ounce. Done.
So endeth the lesson.
So endeth the lesson.
Pax will be scum.
Yes. In nomine Patri et Spirit of St. Andrew.
In nomine et Patri et Spiritus Sancti.
I don't know
Amen.
if I'm doing
Yes.
that right.
Indeed. Okay. We beat that one to death. All right. Was that
Boy,
you or
did we.
Allie?
That was me.
Yep.
Allie.
I've got one from Jeff Plavier.
What's up, Jeff?
Pertaining to America 250. So getting into the home stretch with 4 more to go for the America 250 project. Have you locked into the designs of the last 4, or are they still developing? This was a bold and ambitious project. At this point, are there things that you might have done differently?
Yes, not done it. It's been a lot more work than I thought.
Can we say thank you, Jeff, for saying that? Thank you for acknowledging that this was a very big project and it has taken a lot of effort. So thank you for appreciating that.
When we first, so to quickly answer the first part, have we done the last 4? America 250, yes, it's already done, dusted, and weaving in blanket form. Mm-hmm. And on its way, as well as regular kilt cloth. That one's done and dusted. I'm putting off doing the last 3. I've started designing the third last one with the open road. I have not liked my design so far. So that one's still a work in progress. It was an ambitious project to start with. Who is you and Matt in the room with me at the time? Both kind of called me, in a nice way, called me crazy. And I got this. A tartan every 2 months, that's easy. It's baby's work. I can do
You
that.
have so much time.
It was more of a challenge than with the rest of my life and job. It was much more of a challenge than I gave it credit for. And as a procrastinator, I've had to rely on the kindness of the mill to kind of push certain designs a little further up the pipeline than they probably would have otherwise liked. So yeah, I shouldn't have done it. I did it. I'm happy I did it as a fun project and something to kind of plant our flag, so to speak. Yeah. So it's definitely been a rewarding process, but I am crazy.
And you dragged us all along with you like frickin' Captain Ahab.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Indeed.
Does that make me Ishmael?
I don't know.
I hope so, because that's the only person who survives the story.
Yeah. Am I the white whale? If it gets
you're Ahab.
stabbed a bunch of times?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
Ahab.
okay. I'm Ahab. All right,
America
fair.
250 is the white
tartan
whale.
Yes, the tartan whale. Mm-hmm. What is the tartan whale?
But
Indeed.
no, I mean it's absolutely about. I think it's absolutely
very
about
bohemian.
doing something for the books, something for the ages. I mean, that
Yeah.
was the whole idea. Was to try and cement the fact that tartan is something that, as you always say, is Scotland's gift to the world. That it can represent the diaspora as much as it can represent a clan or the home country. That this is the core of the art form. That was kind of the point, was basically to prove that the art form can do anything you want it to, and you can enjoy this. So,
And
have a wholly American statement.
yes, and at the same time, without getting too wifty-farkle about it, to tell a story.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
to tell a broader story of it's not just one thing. There is no one tartan for the American experience, so to speak. And trying to pick and choose and have fun with different parts of all of the things that make us who we are as a company, as a country, as as all of it, while at the same time not going political or hot button or negative, and trying to stay with the positive aspects of the experience and tell a good forward-looking positive story and not get bogged down in all the everyday BS that consumes us.
Well, that's the difference between this as art and us as trying to be honest reporters. Because like if we're talking about something historic or busting a myth that people have about Kilt or Celtic Gallic culture or anything, no holds barred. We'll do it. But so this is art as opposed to reporting. So I think that was important, and it actually has wound up being extremely introspective. I mean, it got us thinking about tons of different things with figuring out what the story was behind each tartan. It's been, very very introspective process.
Yeah, and weirdly,
Honestly,
cathartic in a way, and fun in telling different stories and trying to figure out what the stories of each thing are. Now, here's another little minor insight. I wouldn't have necessarily, looking back at the collection, there are some that I was excited about up front, concepts, and looking back at them like, why did I choose that? What was I thinking? How am I going to come up with a story for this thing? So, 2020, November 2025 Rocky hates July 2023 Rocky, or what, 2024 Rocky. Like, he was a jerk. What the hell was that guy thinking?
Yep.
So,
He was so young then.
Oh, he was so naive.
So naive.
He's an idiot, that guy. So
pie in the sky.
Yeah, it's been fun getting involved in the process of each one and watching the whole thing kind of evolve over time.
Yeah.
And in the doing of it, I kind of, for different companies, I've watched other companies that aren't mine, like do things and do projects that kind of evolve and kind of tick along over time. And it's neat to watch certain things from the outside and be like, oh, I like what they did with that. Or, oh no, I disagree with this one. I would have done this thing differently. So it's neat to kind of do it on our own terms with no outside, you need to do this thing this way, and just kind of like, no, I'm going to do it my way. So it's fun to do it and maddening simultaneously.
The maddening part is the projects that we would also like to do, which have had to take a bit of a back burner because of this. It is a discipline. It has been a major source of a discipline and routine for all of our departments, but especially for the creative team. So that's, you make sacrifices for something that you care about.
And the maddening part is the boundaries we put on ourselves for calling our shot of these are 13 up front versus releasing a new one every 2 months, where we would have had a lot more time to think about things. Or in trying to ascribe meaning to the thing, or in trying to come up with unique and different designs for every single one, not just a different color palette or a color shift on the exact same thread count. So it's been fun, and the creative process is fun here. Maddening and infuriating that I did this whole thing to myself, but fun at the same time. Yes.
Okay, that got us into talking about ourselves a lot. So
yes. All right.
Apologies for that.
Yes,
but,
indeed. All right.
So I guess that's my turn then. Okay. Long, strange journey it's been. Of course, now we're going straight into this question. So let's keep talking about ourselves. Why stop now? From YouTube, Patrick Dunham 8884, Roger that, said, "What decorative object would you design a tartan for?" That is to say, taking inspiration from or honoring some object out in the world. So you pick a thing.
Allie, we'll come back to you for this as well.
It.
So if you could design a tartan for a thing. So.
Okay.
Landscape, thing, object, person, whatever. What's the one thing you want to design a tartan for? So, in a way, I already did. I designed a tartan for, and I would say that my brain immediately went to, okay, if we're going to design a tartan for a thing, the tartan should feel like the thing or speak to the thing. So, in a way, I already did it, so I have a cheat answer of like the Grand Canyon. I think the Grand Canyon tartan I designed feels like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that won't be my official answer. I've already done it, so I'll defer to you to start.
I was afraid you're going to do that. I just thought of another parameter for this question, though. Does it have to be? Should it be a recognizable thing that people know, like of significance out in the world?
Must it be an object?
or a personal thing?
Does it need to be an object? Does it need
It did
to
say
be
object.
It did say object specifically, decorative object.
Yeah.
a decorative object?
I think the Grand Canyon would meet that.
I think I'd say maybe not decorative is the word, but
Canyon is kind of a lacquered object, but it's
Engrossing.
a general gestalt.
this is like beautiful, inspiring.
Yes. So, but would you make it for like an event? Is an event an object? I'd say no, but yeah.
No, because I mean that's another idea actually.
Yeah.
But it's a
So
whole
you
no-
couldn't do it for New Year's Eve tartan, but you could do it for like the crystal ball that drops at midnight.
Yeah.
So that would just be like weird shades of white.
Oh shoot!
I mean,
I did not prepare my answer.
I've got an answer, I think.
You want to
Okay.
go first? Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Please
Save
go
us, Alex.
first.
The Liberty Bell. If I'm speaking on a decorative object, well, you know how I feel about yellow and gold. It's my favorite thing in a tartan.
Okay.
So already meets my preferred color palette, and I am, I'm a diehard Pennsylvanian. I love Pennsylvania, everything about it. Philadelphia has a special place in my heart, and the Liberty Bell is so significant to us. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I feel like I could do a lot with that. Not necessarily in color, but if I were to create a tartan, I would also want to do something similar to what we do with our law enforcement and firefighter memorial tartan, where we kind of give back with what we make from those tartans. So I feel like the Liberty Bell would be something that I could do that with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that answer. I like that answer.
Yeah.
Eric.
Captain
This is what a deer
spear.
in headlights looks like, boys and girls.
I would do a tartan for the squonk.
Yes! And it is a beautiful tartan.
Thank you, George. Bloody hell! I'm batting zero on this for some reason.
Well,
Okay.
So I'm trying to think of something that's American, because you said Liberty Bell,
Yeah.
which actually is an idea I'd had yesterday when we were talking about those actually. But
If I
Do you
were
want to pass for
if
now?
I were
I want to
thinking,
pass for now. I'm really having a hard
if
time.
I were thinking for you or choosing for you, knowing you personally, a tartan for, the rapier or the arrow or the bow.
I was thinking about weapons at one point. Yeah.
Who
but I was
doesn't
thinking
think about
a specific,
weapons?
I was thinking about a specific. All right, I got one. I got an extra nerdy one, but
Go ahead.
I would do one for the USS Enterprise.
Heck yeah! I love that answer. You trumped all of us at the very end.
You helped out.
But wait, there's more.
Oh,
I mean,
You
there-
haven't heard mine yet.
There is a Star Trek tartan, and it's not bad, but it's not what I mean.
It's not great.
It's okay for cosplay. But,
Okay.
no.
So USS Enterprise.
yes, because and I would try to incorporate the everything from the aircraft carrier to the space shuttle to NCC 1701D. Yeah, which is
Make
my
it so.
preferred. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Nanu.
May the force be with you too.
Yes.
So, Liberty Bell, USS Enterprise. I have two. I have my serious one, which was sort of along the lines of yours. So you didn't steal my thunder, but you were adjacent to my thunder. I was going to say Declaration of Independence. I was going to go
Like it.
Philadelphia themed as well.
Nice.
When you said Liberty Bell, I said, okay, screw it. I can't say that one now. So, mine, Krampus.
Love it.
There is a Krampus tartan.
Or Belschnickels.
Shut up.
Are they the same?
I'm going to design a
No,
Krampus
they're
tartan.
They're not the same.
different. Okay.
So,
Belschnickel would be hard because it's all browns and soot. And
yes.
Like
Mud.
like the squonk.
Yes.
I would design a Krampus tartan. I would design something fun and dark,
Okay.
festive
Okay.
for Krampus.
Okay.
I love it.
Krampus.
Yes. We'll take a bunch of kids and shove them in the back. For
Yeah,
those of you who haven't
commercials.
seen it, we're going to put the commercial in here. We did a Krampus commercial years ago, and I don't know how the hell I did it, but I convinced our big, beefy employee, Jason, to wear a tutu, which is freaking spectacular.
Playing the part of the Tooth Fairy.
Yes, and Eric you were the leprechaun
I
under
was
the
the
table.
leprechaun under the
Here you
table.
go, boss.
There you go, boss.
Yes.
It didn't work.
Best
Advertising
commercial
wise,
ever.
it did not work
Don't
at all.
care.
But it was so
Don't
much
care.
fun.
But it worked for us.
Waste of money. We had a whole set set up over here.
Gosh, yeah, we
Great.
worked our asses off for that.
Yes, I love that commercial.
I would
I'm also
argue
a
that
big
the
fan.
USS Enterprise is a national symbol. It is definitely. I think the Roddenberry universe is definitely an extension of the American dream.
I would agree.
I mean, that's why it's in the Smithsonian. Mm-hmm. You know, the original model is in the Smithsonian. But
That's so lovely to hear.
So would
I
you
just
say
love
it would
Star Trek.
become your prime directive to design a tartan for the USS Enterprise?
Yes.
yeah, sure. I'll give you that one.
No,
You want an
Krampus.
event? You want an event tartan, which you made me think of with mentioning weapon stuff?
Yeah.
I do a tartan to commemorate the Pennsic War.
Yes, please. I would like to be a heavy part of that. Please.
You want to design one together?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it.
Here we come, Missy.
Very limited audience for that, but although maybe not. Tell us what you think.
Now I want to insert the from Revenge of the Nerds movie. Nerds guy.
You're
Yes. 'Cause we're all-
surrounded by them.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah.
This whole building.
I've hired all nerds. It's kind of it's in the application. What are your nerddoms? Like list them, and if you don't
know.
have at least 7, not even considered.
You're lucky the nerds around here are non-confrontational.
Yes.
Yeah, and
why-
mostly introverted.
So I carry weapons every day in case the nerds. It's a nerd uprising.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, the nerds. Oh, that's why you do it.
Uprising.
That's the only reason. Yes. Okay. Indeed. All right. Who's that? Was that you or Allie? That was you.
That was me.
Okay. Allie, one more for the road.
Okay. I gotta choose a good one. My scroll's not working. Just a second.
Yes, I was going to be silly or serious this time.
Let's end on a serious note, because
Okay,
we've
it's
been
been a very
pretty
silly
silly. From D. Stephen Pickering, is the kilt market still strong, flat, or declining?
Ooh. That is serious.
The bigger question is the economy strong, flat, or declining?
Yeah, yeah.
How honest do I be with the answer?
I just said
The-
we try to be honest
Yeah.
reporters. You
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
have to now.
I would say it's What do you base the metric on? On sales? Do you base it on group participation?
Sounding
Do you
like a
base it on
politician.
new people? No, not a politician. I'm trying to figure out how to gauge the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Have we peaked? Has Kiltdom peaked? Is it all downhill from here?
I'd like to think not.
I
obviously.
hope not for all of our sake. I would say I think it is where it has been. I'd say I'm a little fearful from economy standpoint, from
Knockwood.
tariff standpoint. Don't get me started about tariffs. So I'm curious what it brings. I'm happy to see. Is it? I won't say declining, but there are less tartans being registered. I've noticed
That's interesting.
on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, whatever. When the Tartan Authority releases their number of tartans that are brand new tartans that are being designed, is that down? Now there's also other metrics of like new tartans that are out that the broader world is asking for, like the witch's tartan and things like that. Are there? So there's renewed interest. So I'd say it's tough to say. Only time will tell. What's the phrase? I want to say it's from a movie. Something of like, I wish I knew that I was in the good times when I was in the good times, and I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Ask me 10 years from now, hey, how was it back in 2025? Was that the height of tartans, or was it 2023, or was it 2018? So you don't know when you're in the good times when you're in the good times.
I think it's cyclical.
Good point.
I think just
Good
like
point.
other forms of fashion, it's cyclical. I mean, like the old cliche, which I don't really buy into completely, that you can tell how the economy is based on how long or short women's skirts are. You never heard that?
Yes, I have.
No,
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm not sure if it bears out. I haven't read any analysis on that, but that used to be an axiom that people came up with, I think, back in the 80s, analyzing, the fashion trends over the decades.
Was it better economy, shorter skirt, or
Shorter
vice versa?
skirts in
Okay.
shorter skirts meant better economy usually.
Yeah.
Isn't baggy clothes in?
I think that. Well, I mean, but my point is, I
Not
think
so
that we're in a
much.
weird space where, if times are good, you feel more happy and want to express yourself. You're more extroverted because you're happy.
Okay.
So you want something like Highland dress. You want to express yourself. If you're depressed, you're just going to go sweatpants and t-shirt all the time and just.
Yeah.
At the same time, a good economy means you can afford to buy quality kilt stuff. On the other hand, if you're dealing with technological cyberpunk dystopia that we seem to be living in now, wanting something that's not fast fashion and feels more natural and organic and self-expressive as opposed to being part of a machine, you're just a cog in a machine fueled by AI. No, I'm not cynical. Then you want it as a release valve. You know what I mean? So it could go either way. I'm not sure which way it works. I want to say that if the economy is better, people are more likely to spend the money on things like kilts.
Yeah.
But I also think that sometimes people just have a need.
To make their stuff last.
Yeah. Well, it makes
Or for an escape.
yeah. It's
Or
That's
to
true.
show individuality.
yeah. I think it's a rebellion. Sometimes I think in dark times you could say that it is a rebellion because you desperately want to break out of the trap that you feel you're in. You not take things on somebody else's terms, and this lifestyle is definitely about that. So I don't know which way is the scientific way, but that's yeah.
Yeah. So I would say I'll take it back to a personal thing and not a how is the industry. It is how do we drive the industry. So for myself, I would say without trying to sound like a motivational speaker where you're going to conceptualize your future, but conceptualize your future. Damn the man, save the empire. So do what you want to do and dress how you want to dress to trick your brain into being happier when you may be depressed. So if you're in a depressed mood and tartans make you happier and expressing yourself in your clothing makes you happier, great, go do that. Let's make the tail wag the dog. So if we are in a downward economy, if we're in a negative space, screw it. Find the positive and be that and push it. And if you're in darkness, do every single thing you can do to be the light. Do every single thing you can do to change the narrative. So if everything around you is doom and gloom, screw everything else. Let's be the dance band on the Titanic. Let's have fun while everything else is burning around us, and let's do the nice thing and do the fun thing and treat each other with more respect and go over the top because there's such a lack of it everywhere else.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Something like that.
Cliche, but I hate to. I think that was great. That was great.
Yes. Yes.
Gen Z did beat you to it because it's called dopamine fashion. It's a Gen Z thing. It's where
Okay.
things like clowncore and kidcore and bright colored stuff is coming in. It's basically have clothing that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And that you psychologically, emotionally react to.
Yeah.
So yeah, the kids are on it, man.
Yeah, that
kids
is
are
a
on it.
thing. If you can't change your circumstances, change your surroundings, which will change your state of mind.
You can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Expression
So,
versus impression.
indeed. So, be the change you want to see. Don't be a jerk. Go out there, do good, hold the door for people, be nice, treat others with respect, all that stuff, and screw everyone else who's a jerk. So, indeed. In the immortal words of Winston Churchill. So, thank you all for joining us. Until next time, boys and girls, treat each other well, and Slán Java.